Hey everyone, I'm Emily. Chris and I travel for months at a time with just one backpack each. We've done a lot of videos on packing and how we fit everything into just one backpack, but this video was inspired by a friend who asked us, I know I'm not supposed to bring that much, but how do I know which stuff to bring? So this video is about some really specific tips and tricks that we use to pack everything we need into just one backpack each that you might not have heard of before. One of the things that people start thinking about when they want to reduce the amount of stuff that they're packing is about doing laundry every night in the hotel sink. Chris and I actually think that is a huge pain. We do not want to be washing stuff in a sink every night. If our Airbnb has a washer and dryer, great. If not, we'll just visit a laundromat. Chris and I bring with us these little eco-friendly wafers that you just put in a washer and it acts like regular washing soap. They take up such little space that we just bring a stack of them with us and we can use them for 3-4 months without having to restock. By using these laundry wafers and by going to a laundromat about once a week, we're reducing what we need to bring and we're not doing laundry in the sink every night. Because we're traveling for months at a time, we don't want to be bringing those little travel-size soaps and shampoos and stuff like that. So instead, we have to think about creative ways to reduce what we're bringing. For shampoo, instead of bringing a full-size shampoo bottle, which can take up a ton of space, one of my friends recently introduced me to shampoo bars. They work great and they take up almost no space. For other things like shampoo and face wash, we try and bring the maximum amount possible without having to check a bag. So for example, we look for 100 milliliter toothpaste or 100 milliliter face soaps, or we move things into a container that's 100 milliliters. For most things, we find 100 milliliters gets us through 1 or 2 months before we need to restock. And when we do need to restock, instead of going to the grocery store and buying a whole new bottle, we try and go to those refill places that seem available in most cities now. We can just refill our tiny bottles and we pay by the milliliter. Another thing we do is we try and pack clothing that doesn't take up a lot of space. For example, this dress rolls down extremely tightly and I can get about 3 or 4 dresses in without taking up a lot of space. Then we pack just one jacket each that we can wear on top of our smaller clothing. This jacket takes up a little bit more space, but I find it to be worth it because it's so versatile and it goes with pretty much all of my stuff. Let's talk about shoes. Shoes take up a lot of space. So the number of shoes you bring will dramatically impact how big your luggage needs to be. Chris and I typically bring with us 3 pairs of shoes. The first pair is our hiking and running shoe pair. We don't bring separate shoes for running and separate shoes for hiking. Our trail runners work for both hiking and for street running. And because they're so big, we actually don't pack those, we wear those. So when we're at the airport, we're wearing our trail runners and they're not packed in our bag. Then we only have to put 2 pairs of shoes each into our backpacks. The first pair of shoes that we pack are a pair of kind of versatile walking, city-friendly shoes that we can wear when we're out exploring and that we can also wear when we go to a trendier restaurant. Yes, we can probably wear a pair of trendier shoes to a restaurant, but we don't find it worth it to pack yet another pair. The last pair of shoes we bring are a pair of flip-flops. Our flip-flops are walk-friendly, so we can wear them for short walks to the beach and on the beach, and we can also double them up as shower shoes. So if we're in a location where we need to take a public shower for whatever reason, we can wear those flip-flops into the shower. So we have 3 pairs of shoes when we travel. Our trail runners that we use for hiking and walking that we wear to the airport, our fancier walking and restaurant-friendly shoes, and our flip-flops. The last trick I have for today for reducing how much you're bringing so you can bring everything into just one backpack is to reduce your packing and then reduce again. So when we're packing, Chris and I put everything we plan on bringing out onto the floor and we look at it and then we start pulling things out. We're like, oh, we really don't need this extra whatever it is. Or maybe I can just get away with 3 shirts instead of 4 and we start reducing. Then we leave everything there and we go for lunch and we chat about what we're bringing. And then when we come back, we reduce again. And we're able to get rid of another bunch of stuff when we do that. So reduce and then reduce again and then start packing. And if it doesn't all fit into the pack that you want to bring, pull everything out, start thinking about what you really need to bring, and then start packing again. So by reducing the amount of toiletries we're bringing by using tricks like shampoo bars, by bringing only 3 pairs of shoes and wearing the biggest pair to the airport, And by making sure that the clothing we're bringing doesn't take up a ton of space, and then reducing what we're bringing and reducing it again, we're able to get everything we need for months and months of travel into just one backpack each.